Y'all know what time it is. Come to you to your airways. From our perspective podcast, I'm your boy Dion. I'm glad you could listen to us once again. Y'all getting our perspective of these sports takes. How you doing, Q?
Man, what to do what it is. You already know about your boy, Mr. Bell, aka. You know it's crazy. I did hold up another thing yesterday, and I was like, I gotta come up with a different AKA. Can't keep saying the AKA for every damn pod. So I need to figure something out. But I'm straight, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm chilling.
Hey, I'm glad you straight. Before we get into it again, like, subscribe to the podcast, subscribe to everything in the mixed vibe media world. They got a lot. He said, hold up in another thing. They got a lot going on over there. They got so much going on that I don't know what they got going on. That's all I know. They got. I'll let Q talk about that at the end of the pod. But let's talk about a lot that's going on, and that's in the SEC. I know we're a Louisville-based podcast. I know we always talk about our Louisville Cardinals, but we're gonna men in black that one out the way. We're moving on to SMU. We see y'all this Saturday, SMU.
And I can't say nothing to it at all because now that when we said it pre-pod, I was like, cool. But it's something that I've been wanting to get off my chest.
Go ahead, get it out your chest, Captain Hater.
I feel like there was some issues in clock management, in decision making, and I made a post on Facebook that says, "Are we blaming the coaches for this loss?" And it was a couple comments that they was blaming it as a team loss and some other stuff. From my perspective, I don't know football. You know what I'm saying? I'm more of a basketball guy, but even then, I don't know as much as anybody. I'm just a fan that be watching the game. I do feel like in the Louisville game, the defense played good for the most part, besides early. The offense played good. Don't get me wrong. The wide receivers dropped some balls, caused the interception. Wide receivers could have played better. But other than that, the offense played good. Shuck did his thing. He impressed me because I had a question mark next to Shuck. He showed out in the Notre Dame game. You know how you pronounce that boy's name?
Yeah, Tyler Shuck.
Shuck, yeah, okay, cool.
Threw the best pass I've seen a Louisville quarterback throw in a very long time.
Since Lamar was hurt. Even hell, honestly, probably since Teddy was hurt.
Shit, it's been since that Teddy Cincinnati game when Teddy dropped them dots in that game a long time ago. But yeah.
But it wasn't the offensive problem. Special teams, yeah, they could have played a little better too. But a lot of this game boils down to coaching.
I agree 100% with you. I think most of it is on coach. Obviously, those turnovers,
those drops,
the fumble from Shuck, that interception, which I am a big advocate for there being a stat on receivers for a cause interception, because that was not Tyler Shuck's fault. He should have no interceptions on his record, but I do think it was a little bit of those turnovers. The defense played well. Outside of those short fields, when Notre Dame didn't have short fields, they shut that down. They shut that fullback down, and he couldn't do much. Outside of that, then there was some dumb decision making. You give your power back a stretch run on fourth down. Like, he already ain't been healthy. You're gonna give probably your slowest runner to try to beat the corner. I do think, yeah, that makes no sense.
If it was a play, but you gotta think though, he's not the offensive coordinator, but he's the one that calls the plays.
Yeah, he is the one that calls the plays.
That's why I said it's coaching, because I get what you was trying to do. You're trying to fool them on, okay, cool, we're gonna put our power back in. It's 1 yard, we're gonna straight ahead. But like you said, he's just getting back in the swing of health.
Yeah, he hasn't been looking great. I mean, obviously we know he's been hurt. He ain't been looking great. Them freshmen been looking way better, but
ride the hot hinge. We had that freshman back there. Well, what? It don't matter which freshman. That's why I said that freshman. We had that freshman back there.
He would have got that one.
We would have got that one.
Yep.
If you gonna put the power back in, don't be cute.
Go straight ahead. Just go straight ahead. He probably would have got the one if he went straight ahead.
Let him do what he do. But I mean, okay, cool, my bad.
And I will say there was some bad reffing in that last drive, some bad spots.
Oh yes,
I believe we got that first down twice. That pass interference, I'm not gonna blame him for not calling it, because we get mad when they do call it when it doesn't look like it. That's a gimme. But those spots was bad. But let's go ahead and men in black that one out of our minds. I will say we was the better team. I believe we're still the better team. We did make mistakes, but we go men in black that one out the way. Move on to SMU. But there was another big game out there, and it started out ugly. The college game day. It was Georgia versus Alabama, big time game. You know how these two heavy hitters do it. And it started out not looking like a good game. Alabama came out and strictly just absolutely dominated. It was at what I think 24-0.
Yeah.
And I think it got up to like 30-7 at one point. It was rough. My question to you, Q, did you turn it off like I did, or did you sit through the whole game? Because
So full transparency. So like we was at the crib, we was watching the game, but my cousin had a birthday party. So I'm like, all right, let me go. I think it was like 21-0. I won't say it was 21-0 when I was like, all right, let me go and get up, get dressed, go to this party, and then hopefully by the time we get down here, Georgia came back a little bit. But before we were walking out the house, it hit 28. I'm like, oh, I think it was 28. It might be 24. Alabama scored again. I just came in and the lights was off. I'm like, why is the lights off in the stadium again? It's doing too much. Why is it just pitch black in here? Shoot down to the party. My sister pulled it up on her phone. And my cousin Shalonda walked in. She's like, why y'all still got this game on? This game is over. Mm-hmm. I said, nah, Alabama, Georgia done scored a couple times. Like, but it's still over. Next thing I know, Georgia scoring again. They didn't get close. I had to go tap her on the shoulder. Hey, heating up. My sister went and got something to drink. I said, never mind, Alabama scored again. That's how quick that last was. Alabama scored that quick.
Well, mine was a little bit differently. I was watching it. It got to, I believe it was it wasn't there. It was the 30-7 mark. When it was 30-7, I sat and watched a couple plays of the third quarter. It got to 13-30. I'm like, all right, I feel like Alabama still got this. So me personally, I watch a lot of movies. I like watching movies. I was planning on watching a movie after that game regardless. So I was like, all right, I'm just go ahead and start my movie night early. So I turned on Challengers, the movie with Zendaya. I started it. I'm watching it. Then when you watching, I believe it was on Max, one of them, they had a commercial. I pull up my phone. Next thing I know, I pull up my phone. It said it's 34-33. I turned that movie off so fast, turned it on. And when I turned it on, the first play I saw was the Ryan Williams crazy catch, twirling around touchdown. I'm like, oh my goodness, they scored again. So I pretty much watched the last drive. Carson Beck is who we thought he was. He wasn't that good. He's not that good of a quarterback. He did drop down a couple of quarterbacks NFL rankings. A lot of people got Jalen Milroe as number one now. I think that's a little premature, but I mean, he did do his thing. I would take over Carson Beck. I'd probably put him 3. He's definitely behind Quinn and Shador to me. He's in that Ken Word area in general. So he's like 3 or 4 to me. But there's some good quarterbacks in this draft.
Can we talk about? Let me tell you this, man. Can I tell you this man's stats real quick?
Go ahead. Which one, Carson Beck or
Ryan? My bad. Ryan Williams.
17, by the way.
That's he's 16 receptions, 462 yards. His average is 28.9 yards a catch. He already has 5 touchdowns. He has played Georgia, Wisconsin, those worthy opponents. Yeah. South Florida.
That's respectable.
Florida boys is respectable. In Western Kentucky, I'm always show respect to Western Kentucky, even though most people don't. That's home. I go for every school in Kentucky except for the one.
Team in blue, yeah.
Yeah. So, you know what I mean? And he has had a touchdown in every single game except the Western Kentucky game where he has had 2. And like you said, say it again for the people, so just in case they didn't know.
He's 17. He actually, I think he turns 18 in like January. So he's gonna be 17 the whole season.
Oh, that's crazy to me. He's 17. He's 17 starting at Alabama.
Yeah.
Alabama be having them boys.
Yeah, it's not like he's 17 starting at like a
Western
D2
Kentucky.
school or Western Kentucky or one of them group of 5 teams. He's Alabama. That's Alabama. Like we know what Alabama is. We just said Alabama. They say they don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide. It matters a lot down there for them. So the man is killing it at 17.
It's just mind blowing to me is that, and just watching his demeanor. Dude's 17 and he's killing it in the SEC, starting at Alabama. Hell, he's 17, and we ain't talking about Missouri, which Missouri's good this year. I'm not talking about no shade on that, but I'm saying we talking about Alabama.
Yep.
But I won't bring this up, and I'm not saying he should get fired. But what's up with Kirby Smart not being able to be Alabama? I'm not trying to like say dude deserves to be fired. He won national championships. I don't want it to come off like I'm saying that. But you do got a question. What's your thing with Alabama? Do you think the pressure get to him? But I don't think the pressure will get to him because he's won national championships.
I don't know. I mean, he's beat Alabama in the past, not nearly as much as they've beaten them. I don't know, but you can't say too much because how many people have beaten Alabama besides really nobody except for Georgia? Georgia's the only team that's even came close to really beating Alabama the past few years. Everybody was thinking, old St. Nick gone, they're going to take a little dip. I was wrong. I thought they was going to take a little dip. I didn't think they was going to still be this. Because last week I was ready to crown Texas. Now look at me looking stupid. It might be Alabama versus the field next week. We'll see. But
he's only beat Alabama once. He's 1-6.
As one more than a lot of schools can say.
But like this year, this was the year you just knew he was gonna be Alabama. Because he's the coach that's been here. He's the established coach. He's been here as a word Alabama coaches knew. Just came from Washington. This is his real big test. This is his first test. Like I just read this. I just read the schedule what Ryan Williams did. They played Wisconsin, and that's a formidable opponent. But that's not like this is his first SEC game. This is his first big game. You would think he would be the one that his team would have, dropped down early and they had to make the comeback. As a word, it was in reverse. I don't know, man. I ain't saying. I'm just saying. I'm just asking the question. Do you think he folds when it comes to? Do you think he folds when it comes to Alabama?
It looks like it. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. I just can't lie. You can't deny it, but we'll see. They got Auburn next up. We'll see if they can bounce back.
I mean, who Georgia? Yeah, because the Egg Bowl be the last game. Yeah, they should bounce back. Auburn's a mess. Damn, I don't forget my point. Oh, shout out to SEC for making this game early.
Yeah.
Because, all right, cool. One of y'all got to lose. Then y'all got the rest of the season to build your resumes back up so we can get y'all in the playoffs. Shout out to the SEC. That's a smart move I did right there.
Alabama's next up. They're playing Vanderbilt. That's basically the usual bye week for the SEC teams going up against Vanderbilt. No disrespect, Vanderbilt. That's what y'all been.
Vanderbilt, I think I watched them like a quarter this year. They look all right.
Do they look Alabama all right?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Alabama's a 22 and a half point favorite in that one. We'll see. I think I'll take Alabama to cover that one. Yeah, but again, Georgia they go against Auburn. They're a 22-point favorite, and that one I expect them to demolish Auburn after that game. But a couple weeks into the season, hey, it's been exciting. I'm still looking forward to week 8. But shout out to Alabama. They got their schedule is not as hard as Georgia. Georgia, I feel like they pretty much have to win out. Alabama, they don't have Texas on the schedule.
I was gonna say Georgia got Texas though on the schedule, don't they? So I thought, yeah.
Yeah, Georgia got Texas on the schedule. Alabama ain't got Texas on the schedule. So Kellen DeBoer, you shout out for doing. You looks like you doing your thing. Yeah, the hardest game for Alabama is to me Tennessee. Missouri has a good team. Defensively, they're not that strong, but they have a good offense. They have a very good receiver, decent quarterback. But Tennessee, Missouri, I mean, it's a rivalry game. You know, they played at Auburn, but outside of those three games, they ain't got they schedule ain't too tough.
I'm sorry, Missouri. Missouri take a shot at y'all. You said they got a good offense, they got a good wide receiver, got a good quarterback.
They are pretty good. Like don't
I was good. Sorry, and you said their defense ain't no good.
oh, their defense ain't good.
That sounds like a Big 12 school. That's where Missouri's supposed to be.
Yeah, that's
what
yeah.
it sounds like to me.
Yeah. Their defense
Good
ain't
offense and not a lick of defense. That's just like a Big 12 school to me. I mean, that's how it should have been. But what do I know?
Yep. Missouri's ranked number 9. We'll see how high they'll be when they face Alabama. And Tennessee, I know they rank. Tennessee's ranked number 4. So they got the number 4 team and the number 9 team as of right now. They also got LSU 13, but I ain't gonna lie, Brian Kelly, he ain't looking so hot. I mean, they winning some games, but you ain't looking so hot. So we will get to that. We'll talk more about college football as the season goes on. Before we slide to WWE, obviously, give a big shout out to Caitlin Clark. She got the Rookie of the Year, even though that thing was in her crib since what? It was in the crib since August, right? That thing was there.
Yeah, it was there. They didn't even want to announce her, but it's cool. Also, they didn't want her to be unanimous because somebody voted for Angel Reese.
But yeah, shout out to that.
WNBA also got some questionable firings these past week.
Yeah, they got some questionable firings. I believe we have more time next week. We got to talk about the WNBA. I got issues with y'all scheduling, when y'all scheduling y'all games.
Put that on the list. Damn, I'm excited to hear what you say. Shit,
I understand that the Olympics probably messed things up a little bit. I got issues, but we'll get to that next week. We got a lot to get to today. So, Bad Blood is this Saturday. Before we get to confident point predictions, how you feeling about Bad Blood? Yay, nay, not excited.
I'm excited. I do wish it was. I wish Finn and Damien was in the cage too. But other than that, I think it's gonna be. But I think Finn and Damien, this is their first like one-on-one match. So hopefully they continue the. I hope they continue the rivalry, but it's also kind of hard to continue the rivalry because Finn's he's a tag team champion. But anyways, just go ahead.
Yep. So your Bad Blood this Saturday in the hot Atlanta. And they picked a pretty decent week to have a PLE on Saturday. This is not a great week for college football. Some decent games, nothing too crazy. So their rating shouldn't dip too much. But Bad Blood, we do confident point prediction. So 5-match card, we know how WWE does it. 5-match card, the match you're the most confident in, you put 5 points on it. The match you're least confident in, you put 1 point on it. We got some prop bets at the end to try to distance things out. Q's what? Back to back. You the Chicago Bulls right now.
I wasn't gonna say nothing, but since you brought it up, I mean, I do continuously get this right. You get what I'm saying? But we'll see with this. We'll see.
We'll see. So, Bad Blood, let's go ahead and get started. First match, we're gonna start out light. Probably least match that I'm not least interested in personally. Nia Jax versus Bayley. Is it's there. No, it took them a little bit to get there. Low key wish it was Naomi versus Nia Jax, but we'll probably get there eventually. But I'm just go ahead and call a spade a spade. It's gonna be Nia Jax, and I got 4 points.
Damn. So I got Nia Jax too. I'm going with 4 points too. That's why I was like, damn. That's what I was going with too. But I think she's gonna win it. I think it's gonna be some funny business for her to win it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna be Tiffany or if it's gonna be Naomi, but somebody is gonna cause a baby.
Yeah, something's gonna happen out there, and it's gonna be pretty interesting. We'll see what Tiffany does because it looks like it's heading to a Naya and Tiffany breakup, if you can even say they're together. But it's a little rift in paradise over there with Naya and Tiffany. Next up, the women are at it again. Two women's matches on the card. Shout out Triple H. Two women's matches on the card. Well, probably one of these best feuds in WWE. Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley, and they have Dominique Mysterio up there in a shark cage. This one, I'm going to live with 3, and prop bet we have for this one will Dom somehow be involved in this match, and I do think he will be. So I'm gonna say yes on that one.
Okay. So you went with Liv with 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with. There's my. I think Liv should win, but the way they book Liv a lot of times, they book Rhea be whooping her ass.
Yeah,
But I think Liv should win.
I don't think Rhea needs this title. She doesn't need the title at all.
She don't. She doesn't at all. Shit. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Liv with 1. No, I'm gonna go Rhea with 1. I'm going Rhea with 1. They be. I think Liv is going to win, but the way they be booking these matches.
The reason why I think Liv is going, I just think Dom is going to somehow get involved. He going to pull something out of his pants, drop it to Liv. That's to get involved. I think it's going to be funny, entertaining seeing Dom in the shark cage. I know I saw some stuff on Twitter where they said Dom is taken away from the feud. I mean, he's an integral part of the feud, so I see why.
He is the. I ain't gonna say he's the feud, but he is a part of the feud.
Yeah.
But did you think? Did you see the JD McDonough stuff? McDonough, the way he was looking at Dom here lately.
Yeah, way he's looking at Rhea. Yeah. Some. Hey, just like Nia and Tiffany, it looks like everything's all rainbows and butterflies with the Judgment Day.
But you can't book. You can't book Dom as the babyface. But JD don't work as a babyface neither.
His head too big to be a babyface.
Yeah, does. I don't know how that's gonna work, but yeah.
I'm intrigued. Speaking of the Judgment Day thing, next up, Finn versus Damian Priest. I'm just going with go home math. The last show, Finn stood tall. He whooped Damian Priest's ass on Monday Night Raw. So I'm just going Damian Priest. And I'm going Priest with 2.
So, in my logic, I think they're gonna continue this feud. The only way to continue this feud is if Finn wins.
Thanks, sir.
If Damian wins, it's really no reason for him to. There's no reason left for him to chase Finn. But you kind of got to wrap this thing up because Finn is a champion. See, this is the stuff that I be thinking about when I be trying to give a couple of these confidence points. But you kind of need to wrap his feud up because Finn need to be moving on to defend his championship.
Yeah. He need to lose that. They need to lose that.
They need to lose that belts. They defended it 1 time in 100 days. Well, yeah, even got it. I'm gonna go with Finn with 2, and I think that's wrong.
We'll see. So we definitely will be having different scores even before the prop bets. Next up,
you gonna win this time. I'm laying it up for you at this point. I already get all of this wrong.
I'll take the layups.
I would be mad as hell. As soon as Damian win, I'd be like, I know in damn my gut that he was gonna win. Why did I pick Finn?
Next up, potential for main event, but I mean, there's been rumors that it's gonna open the show. But this match is in Hell in a Cell, probably gonna be pretty damn physical. They're blowing off probably one of the best feuds in a very long time. Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk. They're going to Hell in a Cell. And this one I don't know. This is my one. It could go either way. We believe the winner of this match is going to go ahead and lose to Gunther and believe Saudi Arabia is the next pay-per-view. So that's why I'm going with CM Punk with one. He gonna go lose to Gunther next up. I don't know. That's why I just said.
Damn, can I do 2-1s? Is that not allowed?
All you got left is you got your 5, 3, and 4.
I only got 5 and 3 because I did.
You got 5 and 3. Yeah, you got your 5 and 3, man. And I already know what your 5 probably gonna be. You might as well go ahead and put 3 on there.
I'm actually I can't do 2-1s. Okay. I'm going. Fuck it. I'm gonna go with Drew McIntyre with 5.
With 5.
Yeah.
Boy, if you get that 5 points, I'm gonna be fired up.
I'm swinging big because I have no clue. It's either go 1 and be like, man, I don't really know, or go 5 and be like, hell, if I hit it, I hit it. If I miss it, I miss it. It is what it is.
So you have your 3 on the tag match. I have my 5 on the tag match. So
here's my how's that gonna work with Drew and Gunther both being heels at the shit. I ain't think at the all right, I'm still going Drew with 5.
you still going to so match that may looks like his main event. We not 100% sure yet, but you know,
It should be.
It should be. I think it would be. It's gonna be the original tribal chief, Roman Reigns, teaming up with probably his biggest rival, Cody Rhodes, going against Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa. There's no way I can see Roman Reigns losing this match. 2 things I know for sure, or I believe from my perspective. I don't believe Roman Reigns is losing this match. And this one I'll say for sure. Jacob Fatu ain't taking no pin. It's gonna be Solo taking the pin. So I'm going with Roman Reigns with 5. Solo probably gonna eat the pin because I know Jacob ain't eating no type of pin anytime soon.
Here's my thing, and I'm gonna be real with you. The problem with booking this is, I don't have no earthly idea what's coming next. Mm-hmm. And that's a good thing with WWE because because The Rock could come out, the other brother of
Jimmy.
Jimmy. Hana Haga. I won't pronounce his name right. Yeah, the Tonga brother, the other Tonga brother. I guess I could say it like him. He might come out. Jimmy might come out. Paul Heyman, who knows when he coming out? I don't really know. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm just gonna let you win it this time. I'm gonna go 3. Solo and Fatu.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you win it. You got it.
He said, "Let me just give you a layup. If you win this one, I'm gonna be fired up. Though I ain't gonna lie.
If I win this one, I'm gonna be like, bro, miracles do happen. That's all that can.
So you just talked about some stuff. So we both believe this is going to main event.
No. I believe it's going to. I don't think it should.
No, yeah, I know CM Punk probably a little fired up. I know Drew and CM Punk probably a little steamed that they're probably not going to main event. That's what it's looking like. But we both think this is going to main event. It's rumors that this is going to main event. I kind of mad that I put that as a prop bet. Well, I always put that as a prop bet, but kind of mad that the leaks came out a little sooner. But it is what it is. Next up, you think the Final Boss going to show up? There's been rumors saying he's gonna show up.
Oh man.
I'm, I'm just going ahead and say it. I believe he should. The reason why this is main eventing is because he's showing up.
That's what I'm saying. That's the only reason he main event is if because it's Jimmy. No shade to Jimmy Uso, right? Is he really worth making this match a main event if he show up?
You can put this match first, and if Jimmy shows up, people be hyped.
People go.
Yeah, that shouldn't be. But
I think
if you put this match first and the final boss come out, the show over right there. That's everybody hyped.
yeah, the show's over. So you can't book The Rock first in the opening act situation. You know, and that's no shade to see him, no shade to see him and Drew, but you just The Rock is The Rock. You get what I'm saying?
That's how you close a show with that.
Yeah. So I'm going with yes, the final boss is going to show
up. Next prop bet, didn't really talk about it, kind of buried it a little bit, but they have Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill hosting. You know, I mean, would rather see them in a match, but hey, they doing something. Get y'all checks, boo. I ain't mad at y'all. They'll probably come out, have a little segment, talk in the ring for a little bit. But my prop bet question is, will they get physical in some way, shape, or form? And I believe me. Yes, please get physical. I don't want to see y'all just come out there and talk and be a host. Y'all better than that. So please, I'm gonna say yes, please.
yeah, too, because well, the reason when you had them hosts.
Yeah.
Because normally they only have hosts for like the A shows, not the B shows.
Yeah. I don't know who they gonna get physical with. I mean, I guess the Unholy Union or the team they got beef with in NXT, I guess. But somebody come out and take a punt kick and take a KOD, please. I don't care. I ain't
Yeah,
gonna do it. Somebody do it.
something got to happen.
So next up, I already said I think Don will interfere in the Liv real match from the short cage. I think he gonna.
Yeah, I guess. I don't even understand why we doing that. Don't nobody care about his dumb ass being up first.
Last bet, last prop bet, we agree with pretty much all the prop bets. Will probably be different on this one at least. Which match you think will be the longest match on the card?
Oh, it's got to be. I think it's got to be the cage match. Well, Hell in a Cell. Let me not say cage. The Hell in a Cell match.
All right, Hell in a Cell. I actually agree too. So to add a little difference, let's do it. Price is Right style. How long do you think it's gonna go?
All right. I'm thinking it's got to be like 20. I'm gonna go 20.
20.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 20.
Just because you went 20, and yeah, everybody knows how Price is Right. You try to get as close as possible without going over. I'm gonna go way over you. Say 25.
Because part of me was thinking 30, but I was like, nah. CM Punk ain't doing a 30-minute match.
But that is it. Yes, I'm excited about Saturday. I'm excited about Bad Blood. I'm kind of glad that they picked a week where college football is not as heavy, but yeah, I'll be watching Bad Blood, and at night I'll be watching Alex Pereira go up against Khalil Roundtree. I'm excited about that too.
I'm gonna be watching whatever college football game is on that's on. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'll be watching. Okay, I'm trying to say back around. I'll be laying in the bed on Saturday nights, just whatever college football game is on that late at night. I'll be watching. That's how much I'm. It's just I love college football.
It's better than NFL, but move on to the NFL. How did we do last week? I know I didn't do great, but I know you've been killing me.
You got 3 wins last week.
All right, better than the week before.
True. I got 3 wins last week too, though. So that pushed you up to 9.
How did our I can't even call him a guest. He's a friend of the pod. How did he do?
That Quag dude, Quag. I don't know. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I ain't even track his scores. I mean, he ain't heard a week. I'm about tracking his scores. He heard once a week. All right, he picked the Vikings. That's one. He picked the Dolphins. He got that wrong. He picked the Seahawks. He got that wrong. He picked He picked the Ravens, so he got that right. Because he picked the Bills at first, but he changed it. And then he picked the Bucks. So he was 2-3.
Not too bad. Shout out. You not everybody can be us. We
Nah,
do.
we do what we do.
We do it. So what we got on the docket for this week?
All right, cool. First, Jets versus Quags Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, the Jets look like they're in a little turmoil. This game is actually in London. It looks like Robert Saleh, he was a little like one too fond of Aaron Rodgers' cadence. Cadence is like, bro, don't be talking about my cadence. It's my cadence. And superstar Hall of Fame quarterback gonna win out every time.
Every time.
But I think it's not pretty over there in New York. So I'm gonna go with the hot team right now, and that's Minnesota.
Okay. Aaron Rodgers started getting hot late in the season. It looked like he can't throw the ball more than 10 yards. It just looks like he cannot throw the ball more than 10 yards.
I think
Or
he
does
confidence in that line.
Oh, I was gonna say where he don't want to attempt. All right, so part of me, I ain't gonna lie, part of me want to pick the Jets. Because at some point, Sam Darnold is going to be Sam Darnold again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going with the Vikings too. I might change that by the time we get done, though. But for right now, I'm gonna go with the Vikings. All right, a team. This game is, I'm gonna call it hell. Why are we doing this? Carolina versus Chicago.
Both teams look bad. Andy Dalton looked good a couple weeks ago, but I'm gonna go with Chicago.
Okay, Chicago. All right, I'm gonna go with Carolina. Why? I have no earthly idea because both these teams is bad. All right, Ravens versus Cincinnati. Them kitty cats.
Hey, y'all see what the Ravens did to some people's best team in the league? The first couple of weeks was just rough. I think they found their stride. It's time for the Ravens to get going. Cincinnati, y'all might as well get into sale mode. T. Higgins wants a new place.
All right, I'm going with the Ravens because
you're not picking the other team. I knew that.
I mean, well, I wouldn't. I ain't gonna say I would never, but I would never. All right, Cowboys versus the Saints. Y'all had a good old field goal game versus the Giants.
Oh, you mean the Steelers?
What I say?
Yeah, Saints. I don't want to read.
Oh, yes, my bad. Cowboys versus Steelers.
Yeah. Flashbacks.
My bad. Trying to be funny. Nah, Cowboys versus Steelers.
Well,
Sunday night game.
It's tough. It's tough. We got a lot of people hurt. I would like to pick the Cowboys, but I can't consciously pick the Cowboys because of all the shit we got to deal with on defense. So I'm just go ahead and go with the Steelers. I like the Steelers. I guess we can give y'all one more win towards y'all 500 above 500 record, Mike.
I ain't gonna lie. I had already wrote you down as the Cowboys, so I figured you was gonna go with the Cowboys.
Oh, you know how I am, but I'm going with the Steelers. If I'm wrong, I'll be happy if I'm wrong, but I gotta go with the Steelers.
I did not write down Cowboys again after I just scratched it out. Jesus. I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. You gonna go with the Steelers.
Oh, that's weird. Take a picture, guys. I don't know if that's gonna happen again.
Hell, it might. All right. In the Monday night game, Saints versus Chiefs. This is where I was getting Saints at.
Chiefs, they lost Rashee Rice. Patrick Mahomes, he been looking shaky. Real shaky.
Team. Not just him.
The team been looking shaky. But somehow they've been getting the wins. Some people saying it's the refs. But somehow they've been getting the wins still. But this bad players gotta bite them in the butt at one time. Saints at one point was the hottest team in the NFL. That lasted all of 2 weeks. So, but I'm gonna give it to the Saints.
All right, Dean is going. Make sure I write down the right team this time. All right, I am going with the Chiefs. because I don't believe in the Saints. Until they actually continue to do it, kind of like Sam Darnold. Until you continue to do it,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's it. That's all I get for him.
Well, yeah. Well, that's again another beautiful episode of From My Perspective. I'm glad y'all listened to us today. Glad y'all enjoyed. I don't know when you listen to it, wherever you listen to it on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We appreciate you. But I know that you're listening, and some of y'all ain't liked it, some of y'all ain't subscribed. So while you listening, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Go ahead and subscribe so you can get that notification every time we drop. And we dropping regularly. It's the NFL season. We drop regularly on the NFL season. Sometimes we be bullshitting. We don't bullshit during the NFL season. We don't bullshit during the NBA final season.
Yeah,
Or NBA playoffs in general.
but the summer, shit. Sometimes you gotta take some time, dog.
But thank you again. Please like, please subscribe. Don't just subscribe to From My Perspective. Subscribe to all of them in the Mixed Vibe media area. I'm your boy Dion. Go ahead and take some cue.
You already know the best. It's your boy, Mr. Bell, aka. I was just about to say my normal AKA. I really gotta figure something else out here. I got my other one from Glow. I'm gonna go listen to some Glow real quick, Gorilla, and hopefully I can come up with another one. You know what I mean? But we're gonna come back with y'all next week.